Hi, Nicole. Today is November 21st, and I am happy to create what I call a video lesson for you. I do this all the time for my students when they can't make it. I use your time to create a video that you can follow anytime and obviously rewatch, which I hope is valuable to you, especially like before performances or whatever auditions and stuff. And it gives me a chance to share with you what I was gonna do today. You could do it at home on your own. So what I wanted to talk about today was like some physical stuff, okay, before performing, before karaoke and stuff. So things, simple things that I think I mentioned at the very first lesson. So things like, I don't know, Nicole, like stretching, right? Okay. So simple, like even yogic things, um, stretching a lot like this. I'm sorry for my belly. Coming up over. I know you can't see my hands, but I have praying hands above. And the pose, I forgot the name of it, where you have praying hands behind you. This is very, very valuable, I think, as a singer, because it really opens up your um, just your chest in a lot of ways, but also which helps breathing and a lot of other things. But frankly, releases any tension that may be in your shoulders. Okay, so before karaoke and stuff, I want you to think of it almost like an athlete would, right? Like you're obviously going to a tennis match or something, right? But like really shaking stuff out, right? Wiggling, right? Um, Fidgeting and moving a lot before you start singing, right? This increases just simply, it increases circulation, right? Um, but also like literally physically gets your jitters out. So you want to physically do things that help you move. I mean, I know singers that will like literally run around the building of wherever they're performing right before they perform. Okay, maybe not right before they perform, right? But they do a nice jog before they do whatever. Now that might not be possible, but like, I don't know, cool. Jumping jacks, right? Running in place, things like that. You're going to find one, again, that your circulation is increased. Two, uh, that you're kind of working out like the physical nervous energy, right? But also reconnecting you with your breath so that because we lose sight so much of the sensation of breathing because it's involuntary. We obviously it's involuntary. I mean, we forget it, right? We forget our breathing, so we're not, you know, fully consciously aware of all of our breaths. And I'm not saying that you have to be when you sing. But I would say before you sing, you should sort of be in this mode of, okay, I feel it. I know where it is. Where's your breath, right? Um, how am I breathing? Am I breathing in such a way that I'm building tension in my shoulders? Are my shoulders rising? Um, am I breathing in a very shallow way because I'm tense, right? Because if you're tense and you're tight somewhere, um, you're not going to get a full breath because your muscles are a little, especially around like the rib cage and stuff, your back. I mean, it'll literally sort of hold your breath in, right? So why am I talking so much about breathing? Well, because if you, Nicole, can control, and I know you know this, if you can control your breathing, you can control to some extent your mind and how your mind is responding to performing, right? You're the one in power, right? So again, I know we've done this before, but I want you to do it actually. How do I want to put this practically? Maybe before you head out to perform. Okay. So, because I realize what I'm about to tell you is probably not going to be possible, like in front of a bunch of people or whatever. So, you're going to stand up, you're going to shake stuff out, you're going to maybe run in place, you're going to do some jumping jacks, you're going to do some yogic stretching, right? So stretching and very light cardio, right? Okay. And then what you're going to do is hands on the rib cage, breathe in to make your hands expand that way. Hands move that way. Your rib cage is expanding this way. Obviously, I know it's expanding both ways here. Really, well, Nichole, maybe this too, putting your hands on the back rib cage, the back of your rib cage. I just need to feel some expansion. It's not going to be dramatic. It's not going to be drastic. But there should be some smooth, consistent movement here at the back of your rib cage, right? Then shake stuff out. Make sure this is all loose. You know, when we do stuff like that, again, this bears repeating. Not only are we getting, so when I say things like get tension out and breathe a certain way, again, not only am I getting rid of tension because it makes us feel, you know, better, more relaxed, and therefore we sing better because we're more relaxed. I think also it, again, is a way of telling your own brain that you're in a situation that is relaxing, right? So your goal is to tell your body, or I'm sorry, your goal is for your body to tell your mind, if you will, that you're in a safe place. And I know that sounds dramatic because you're like, this is karaoke, but that's what's happening when we go up and get nervous, right? For anything, but we're talking specifically about performance, is that it feels, your body feel and your mind feel unsafe, right? So it feels as though it's in danger. And in a lot of ways, your brain doesn't know and your body they don't know the difference between being chased in an alley or performing for strangers, okay? Or being whatever. There's a lion in the room, right? It doesn't know really the difference. It doesn't respond much differently, maybe by degree, but it's the same stress response, right? So I want you to treat this as a fight or flight situation, or a safety and danger situation. You're trying to tell your mind through your body's actions that you're in a safe situation and that everything is normal. Now, let me say something that actually just popped into my mind, because this is how I talk to myself for performance anxiety. And I like to mention this to all my students because I think it's important. I want to empower you by telling you that you're free. And you know, I know you know this, but it's important to hear. You are free not to do this. You are free not to ever perform in front of strangers. I think that's important. Maybe not for you. For me, that's just my personality. My personality is where I need someone to tell me, I need permission so I need someone to tell me, you know, look, it's okay. You know, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Sometimes performance feels like, well, I did all this stuff and I invested all this time and, you know, I did all, you know, well, I kind of have to, right? This pressure and stuff. So taking the pressure off yourself. I think actually the opposite will happen. So typically what happens is when we take pressure off ourselves, we go, well, gosh darn it, now I kind of want to do it, right? So I think that's important to know and to really take that to heart, that the choice is there. The choice is in your hands, right? And again, I know you know that, but it's important to hear. Okay, so thinking that way, breathing this way, fidgeting, stretching, light aerobic activity, getting your breath energy going. And then, yes, I'm sitting in front of my keyboard, but when you're, going to a karaoke thing, you're not going to be sitting at a keyboard. So I don't expect you to. Now, obviously, you can watch this video again and fast forward through all my talking and then just go to this part, I guess. But what I really want to do is to show you exercises that you don't need to have a video for, in other words, right? So the couple that I like are the lip trill. And I want you to challenge yourself to go comfortably a little bit higher each time you do that, each day maybe. From your lowest to your highest and back down. And again, if my breath energy is great and I'm really well connected to my breath, I'm going to get that consistent. I even notice it myself, like in the morning, when I don't have like great breath energy yet, it's like getting going, then I'll go, right? Because the constancy is just not there. Okay. So, and then take that and go, ooh. So you're doing the same thing. You're just doing it on that lazy, I just came from the dentist. Ooh. Okay. And then you're going to go, notice I'm checking my own jaw just to make sure it's not holding or anything. Ooh, roller coaster up and down with your voice. Okay. You're just getting loosened up. You're also checking notes and just making sure you're telling your body, look, let's move. Your voice, as you go up and down, your vocal folds are doing a little bit of this. Okay. So they're kind of moving. So you're getting it to go up and down intentionally so that it's like getting used to it for the day, right? And then do some consonants. Ba 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 ba, pa 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 pa, da 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 da, ta 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 ta. Okay. Now, I don't want you to sound this way when you sing your contemporary music, but you're just, again, getting back in touch with that awareness of those consonants. Okay. And then just go back to the lip trill. So the three things to remember for warm-ups are the three things I'd love for you to do. Lip trills, different vowels, up and down, and then like a roller coaster, right? And then the third thing is consonants, just doing random things, even parts of your song, doing it just a little bit, not to ruminate all over it and stuff, but just to kind of go through the song and feel like, okay, I sound pretty good. I sound fine, So these are all things you can do before you head out. And then when I see you next time, when I see you in December, we're going to go through some songs that you want to realistically, do things that are low, feel good, that you can feel really successful at no matter what. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of your progress. Keep up the good work. And I will see you in December.